Classifying matter. Matter is most commonly defined as any substance which has mass and occupies space. A few examples are ice, a chair, and a book. There are also many different states of matter. There is gas, liquid, solid, and plasma. Today we will learn how to correctly identify each state and also grow our knowledge and understanding of why each of these states are unique. First off, we must understand that matter is made up of particles, and these particles will either be densely packed, freely moving, or somewhere in between, depending on the state of matter. We will start with looking at gas. In the gaseous state of matter, these particles are freely moving, meaning there are not very many particles. Since there are fewer particles, they will have more energy, giving them the ability to quickly move around the matter, even bouncing off of other particles. Here's a representation of what that state might look like. One example of gas is steam. Next, liquid state. In the liquid state, particles do not have as much room to move because there are more particles present. This means that the particles do not have as much energy because there is not as much room. Liquids do not have a definite shape, they can be morphed. For example, if you put a glass of water into a circular cup, it will keep that shape until you pour it into another holder, such as a Coke bottle, which will change the shape quite significantly. One example of liquid is water. Last, most commonly looked at state is solid. The solid state particles are very dense, leaving little room for the particles to move. These particles have almost no energy. Solids most commonly described as the easiest to identify because solids have a definite shape and volume, while the other two states can be morphed into any shape. One example of a solid is a desk. While these three states are very diverse, they can be closely linked. What I mean by this is that each state can change into one another. For example, you can have a block of ice, which is a solid, and put it into a hot pot. The ice will eventually turn into a liquid and then later steam. As we learned earlier, steam is an example of gas. This process can be looked at from the other way around as well. You can start off with steam, and after abundance is collected, it will drip into your pot and turn into water, a liquid. Then if you take this water and put it into a freezer, it will turn back into the solid state of ice. Finally, as I mentioned above, there's a fourth state, plasma. Plasma is rarely looked upon in schools due to the fact that plasma is not commonly found on Earth. According to Andrew Zimmerman Jones, plasma is a distinct phase of matter that has a collection of charged particles that respond strongly and collectively to electromagnetic fields, taking the form of gas-like clouds or ions, frequently described as ionized gas. So, summing up, we have four different states of matter consisting of gas, which is free-moving, liquid, not densely packed nor free-moving, solid, densely packed and hardly move, and finally plasma. Charged particles respond to electromagnetic fields. For more information, please visit my CAVB at http://5thgradesciencevideos.blogspot.com. Thank you.